Hello again, and in this particular video, I'm going to show you some do's and don'ts while attempting the test. These are important and you have to keep in mind. You must know many of them. Okay, no problem. You can just go through them once again. So, number one, the do's. First, do read the question carefully to notice the required tense to be used and unit of measurement. Now, this is very important. You must know whether it is an amount, whether it is a percentage. You have to say the graphs gives us information about the percentage of people or the number of people or the amount of oxygen. So that's important. And tense is important. So if it's about future, you have to say is expected to, will, is estimated at, or is going to be. So something like that. If it's about past, use past tense. So be careful. If something is compared with the present, you have to use present perfect. Like now, new buildings have been erected opposite the front part. So something like that, very important. Never miss this part, right? Notice the main point to be included in the body paragraphs. That's a part of the planning. I have already discussed enough on this, but be careful, just to remind you. Introduction should be paraphrased for better band skills. So don't simply copy the question, paraphrase it, and we have again discussed this. Overview should address the entire given picture. So if you're talking about a graph, you cannot say there's the highest number of people like Western music. You cannot say just because of, so you have to say that all in all, it is clear that maximum people who enjoy these also like this. So it should cover the picture in entirety, in totality. Be careful of that and avoid using figures or data in overview. Sorry, skip line between paragraph. That's very important when you're writing. If you whether it is computer based or paper based, if you're writing, once you finish the introduction, you have to skip one line and then start again on the paper. And same is in on the computer. So means every time introduction finish, skip a line. First paragraph, body paragraph finish, skip the line. Second body paragraph finish, skip the line, right? So that very careful. This is the part of the organization that will give you marks for the CC part. It also enhances the clarity of your writing. Revise your task for correction. Try to get at least 2 minutes in the end where you can correct the spelling mistakes, smaller grammatical mistakes. If the words are repeated, you can replace them immediately. So please have some time until the end, when at least 1 or 2 minutes, right? Next is align your writing properly on the answer sheet in case of paper-based test. What I mean by align, suppose this is your answer sheet, then answer sheet does have the line. So if you start writing from here, please continue to write from here. Don't say that one line you have started from here, another you started from here, another you started from here. No, that should be a proper alignment, both sides. That's very important. It happens automatically in computer-based test, but you're writing it in paper sheets, so be careful about it. Again, don't miss it. Don't make a mess so that it will look ugly. Write readably. There are many questions come. Does handwriting matter? Sorry. No, handwriting does not matter itself, but readability does. If it is not readable, if it is not intelligible, then perhaps you cannot expect any marks because the examiner cannot read it. So be careful about your readability, not about your handwriting, right? And write at least 150 words. Don't write less than that because that will be punishable for sure. It attracts penalty. That's all about the do's. Now we will see some of the do nots. So number one, do not include data figure either in introduction or in overview. Just in introduction say what does the picture show, and overview say what does the picture overall indicate at or hint at, right? Do not give your personal opinion. It's very important. So never draw out or a conclusion yourself and write it. Never do this. You just have to write what is written on what is given or illustrated in the picture. Do not write less than 150 words, that I have already discussed. Do not copy the questions again. So paraphrasing is the mantra. Do not use question marks. Take more Do not take more than 20 minutes in any case, as task 2 is a lot more important than task 1. So time management should be appropriate. That's a very important part of this, right? Use pen, as you will not be use pen. Do not use pen, actually. Do not, this is my personal suggestion, this is not a rule, but do not use pen, as you will not be able to correct your mistakes without crease crash, right? So be careful about this. Do not skip the overview part. This is extremely important. Never, whether you can write it after the introduction or in the end, in both way it has to be written, but never write both um, overview just after the introduction and conclusion in the end. Don't do that. That's not required. Do not write the same grammatical structure or vocabulary repeatedly. Finally, don't be creative in your approach. I hope you have understood. Do not try to be creative while writing. Simply, what you have learned through these videos, follow that, and figure and data is before you. Just try to analyze them and write them in your writing. Okay, so that's all about some do's and do nots. I hope you will be careful about them. Thank you very much for watching this video. See you in the next video. Bye for now.